Right, welcome to another section of Optical Communication Networks, Unit 3, Optical Fiber Techniques 1 and 2. Today we discuss about the next topic of third unit is inter-office transmission system. And what is the trunking system? How to calculate performance of a trunking system and their architecture. Here the term shows inter-office transmission system. Inter-office transmission system. Here, before going to this topic, first we have to discuss about the basic telecommunication system which is used present. Right? You know landline connection. How landline connections are connection takes place. Suppose in your home having your landline telephone. From landline telephone to nearest telephone pole, you are connected to by the two-way pair connection from your landline telephone to nearest telephone pole connected to two-way pair. From the pole to in that pole having number of telephone connection from different house locations, right? All the connections are connected to one place in a pole. Like this, many poles in the city or many poles in the street. The many poles connections are connected to one telephone box in that particular street. All telephone boxes in the total city connected to one central office, that is telephone exchange. That is home to pole, pole to telephone boxes, telephone box interlink boxes to central office, that is telephone exchange connection in a city. Connection takes place from one city to another city is nothing but two telephone exchanges are connect together. The connecting between two cities or that is connecting between two local exchange or telephone exchange by the trunking system. Here what I mean trunking system? Connect between two local exchange or two central office or two telephone exchanges. That is about trunking system. It is the general topic of how the landline telephones are connecting. That is home to pole, pole to intersystem, intersystem to exchange. Now connect between different type of exchanges connecting between trunking system. Trunking nothing but which supports more number of connections from one city to another city, one city to one rural area like this. Right. Here, based upon the topic, we are going for inter-office transmission system. Here, what is my inter-office transmission system? Here, this inter-office transmission system is nothing but to connect between two offices. That is, suppose you are taking either Bengaluru city or Hyderabad, whatever city we are taking. Suppose in that particular city, two IT companies have different locations. Two different locations. To connection between two offices by using these optical fiber cables is nothing but inter-office transmission system. That is how we can connect between two offices in a particular city. Is nothing but inter-office transmission system. Where exactly we are used this inter-office transmission system? It is used in metropolitan areas. Metropolitan areas, which is used in inter-office transmission system. Here in this inter-office transmission system, at the transmission side we are using light source, at the receiving side we are using photo detector. That is conversion from electrical to optical, from receiving side optical to electrical signal. Right? For this light source we are using Burroughs type LED structures. Burroughs type LED structures. Already we discussed about this type of LEDs we discussed in first unit. That is the different structures of LED, and the receiver type is APD detector, nothing but avalanche photodiodes we are using to convert from optical to electrical signal. Next, we are going for basic fiber optic system. Basic fiber optic system, nothing but what is exact inter-office is coming. What is the basic exact inter-office transmission system? Yes, this one, the basic inter-office system. This is having this one in left side having one office and right side having one office. In between two offices, we are using one repeater stage. Repeater stage, nothing but trunking. Trunk. Right. See this one. The abbreviations is for transmission side or receiver side. First one is CCB. CCB that means cross connect bay. Cross connect bay. Here, what is mean cross connect bay? Nothing but this cross connect bay is nothing but, suppose you in your class having 16 students. The in network contains 16 students are connected in the network. Suppose you are connected from 1 to 6, you are connected from 1 to 8. That is cross connecting, not a straight connection. We have to crossly connected to number of users. That at that time we are using cross connect bay. The second one is STB, span terminating bay. Span terminating bay, nothing but all connections are terminating here. And this STB having repeaters, that is transmitting repeater, receiving repeater, or regenerator. Transmitting regenerator, or RR is nothing but receiving regenerator. Next is FDF. FDF, fiber distribution frame. Fiber distribution frame, nothing but here it ends. Here it ends the first office. The final block of the office is FDF. Next, similarly for receiving side also, we are using FDF, STB, and CCB. To connect between terminal station and another terminal station, nothing but that is one office A to office B. Connection by using a repeater. Here in the repeater, starting and ending point also FDF. Nothing but frame distribution frame, that is which is the main to connect optical fiber cables. Connect optical fiber cables. Next one is in the trunking LRB, line repeater bay. Here in this line repeater bay, nothing but which is having line repeaters, nothing but regenerators. Repeaters, that is whenever the signal strength is weak, at that time we are using this line repeater base to increase the strength of a signal. To increase the strength of a signal. This is about basic structure of the inter-office transmission system, that is office A to office B connected by using trunking system. Right. Here in this span terminating bay and line repeater bay, which is having MTCE CKTS. CKTS. Nothing but which is the circuits or which is used to protect. Which is used to protect the total network and protect the data. Here, see this one for transmission side and receiving. We have the two types of repeaters. That is transmitting repeater and receiving repeater, which is having two different lines, not a single path line for both directions. Two different paths for one is for transmission system, another for receiving system. Two lines is there. Here, this type of structure is designed by Bell Systems. Bell Systems. Here for transmitting side, which is converts from electrical to optical. That is next repeating side, we are converting from optical to electrical signal. Electrical signal. Here, what is meant repeater in the center one, which is nothing but which regenerates the optical inputs and optical outputs. Next one is a system experiment. Right, based upon this architecture, how we can calculate the performance of a system? What is the efficiency of a system? That's why we go for system experiment. We go for calculating the performance of a system. Here in this system experiment, nothing but how to testing to be takes place. Testing whether the signal is coming correct or not. Is there any error is present? What is the intensity of light? Is there any noise is generated in the line? How much voltage? How much power? What is the signal shape? We go for in this testing in the system experiment. Here in this system experiment contains three blocks. One is measurement bay. Second one is equipment bay. The third one is optical bay. That is measurement bay, equipment bay, and optical bay. Nothing but this system experiment is available in local exchanges. In every city having local exchange, the telephone office. In the telephone office having this system experiment. For every time, for every second, we have to check the signal parameters. This panel contains 3 bays. One is measurement bay, second one is equipment bay, next one is optical bay. See this one. This figure shows this panel contains 3 bays. Measurement bay. First one is measurement bay. The second one is equipment bay. The third one is optical bay. Optical bay. Here, first we discuss about the topic is equipment bay. Here the equipment bay nothing but is center one. In that center one having what are the equipment is there. What are the equipment is there. Here in this equipment bay contains all the terminals and repeaters and different types of electrical path and jumper connections and regenerator. That is the most of the equipment, how to connect optical fiber cables from one location to another location. That is nothing but this acts as a switch. That is all connections can be takes place in the equipment bay only. Equipment bay only. Here in this equipment bay, see this figure in equipment bay, the bottom 4 shelves having air buffers. Here, what is the use of air buffers? For cooling purpose. For cooling of the all panels. Why? Because this is electronic circuitry. For more power we are giving, automatically the temperature increases. That's why we have to reduce the temperature. We are going for cooling. That is the bottom 4 layers having air buffers, which is used for cooling. That is in your computers also in CPU having cooling buffers. And go for in equipment which are used in our laboratory. Also, we are using for sinks. You know the sink, right? Temperature sinks, voltage sinks, current sinks. Nothing but which reduce the temperatures. Here, next after this, above the 4 shelves, which is having a line regenerators. See this one. 4 bubbles is 4 circles is there. 4 circles. Here, what is the 4 circles is nothing but which is having a receiver regenerator, transmitter regenerator, which is having 4 receiver regenerators and 4 transmitting regenerators, which is used to for regenerating the optical signals. Right. That is, these are the repeaters, transmitting and receiving repeaters, which are used to connect between one office to another office, which is having 2 wave lines, 2 pass from, one for transmission end, another for receiving end. Here, what type of signals it supports? What type of signal it supports? It supports only DS3 signal. DS3 signal. Here, what is meant by DS3 signal? Here, DS3 signal nothing but it is also optical signal. Initially, the DS3 signal input is a bipolar signal generator. Bipolar signal generator. Now, what is a bipolar signal generator? It contains both positive and negative pulse. Both positive and negative pulse. That is 1. We have to represent binary digit 1. It contains both negative and positive. Measurement that is representation of binary digit 0. It represents from negative to positive side. But it is very drawback. Whether due to bipolar, whether the LED is on or not. Something different. That's why the DS3 signal which converts here from bipolar to unipolar. Unipolar only positive side representation. 1 is represent light is on, 0 is represent light is off condition. Right. Next we are going for the next one here. In the equipment, after this line regenerators, above shelves having left side. See this one, the above one having divided 2 parts. One is for left side contains for office A panels, and right side contains office B panels. This is about equipment bay. Next, we are going for measurement bay. Here, what is meant a measurement bay? Here, the measurement bay contains electronic test circuit. Nothing but it contains equipment like oscilloscope. What is meant by oscilloscope? To check the signal shapes. And you must see our cathode ray oscilloscope. Presently we are using DSOs, digital scope, oscilloscope. Next it contains DVM, digital voltmeters, how much voltage present of the signal, and pseudo random sources. What is meant pseudo random sources, which is used for the signal is error or not. Next, error measurement sets to calculate error. Is there any error present? And phase lock circuits and temperature monitoring equipment. Any phase change, how much temperature is there in the equipment, and how much temperature is there for the signal. We discuss here in this measurement bay. That is, the measure bay contains oscilloscope, DVM, pseudo random sources, error measuring sets, phase lock circuits, and temperature monitoring equipment. Right. Next, the last one is optical bay. Here, the optical bay is a thing, but what are the different types of optical cables connected to these panels? From home location to here to home locations, and from office A to office B connections, all can be contained in optical bay. In this optical bay, connection can be takes place. Next, we discuss about in detail of terminal circuits. Terminal circuits. What I meant terminal circuit here, in this terminal circuits a thing, but how the signal is regenerates from transmitting end to receiving end, and how signal is transmitted from office A to office B, similarly from office B to office A. We will discuss about terminal circuit. Right. Here, see this one. This is a block diagram of terminal circuit. Here, the terminal circuit first one is line in. Line in. Here, line in from. Suppose we have to send a signal from office A to office B. We have to give a signal from line in. Next one is LBO, nothing but line building out. Line building out. Here, what is line building out? Here, the line building out is nothing but cross connection purpose. Cross connect purpose. Cross connect purpose. That is already we discussed about the previous architecture, which is having the connection takes place from starting end. That is in the network contains 16 customers. In the 16, how to connect, cross connect. That is done by LBOs. Or we are either LBOs we are using, either jogs we are using, or hybrid. Once it is completed, next which is given to office line receiver. Office line receiver. Here, what is the use of office line receiver? Here, the office line receiver, which is used to remove the different types of noises present in the signal, and dispersion. What is meant dispersion? Merging of the pulses. That is the office line receiver, which is used to remove the effects of loss and dispersion caused by the office wiring. Dispersion caused by the office wiring. And not only that one, which is also used for DC balance. Nothing but which is used to convert from bipolar to unipolar signal. Bipolar to unipolar signal. Next, after converting unipolar, then which is given to scrambler circuit. Scrambler block. Here, what is meant by scrambler block? Here in this scrambler block, which is used to give an exact time interval for each bit period. Exact bit period. Nothing but for each bit, how much time period required, how much. That is suppose we are talking about millisecond. We have to specify. Nothing but for each bit generated by 1 millisecond only. That is the thing. But the scrambler stage is nothing but which is used to permit clock extraction. Which is used to clock extraction from the data. Clock extraction from the data. That is used for scrambling. Next, the output of the scrambler, which is used to optical transmitter. Optical transmitter. Nothing but which converts from electrical to light pulses. Light pulses. Next, Once this is completed from office A, then transmits through trunking system. This transmitted trunking system nothing but a bunching of optical fiber cables. Bunching of the optical fiber cables. Next, in the office B, the first stage is optical receiver. What is meant optical receiver? Which converts from optical to electrical signal or electrical pulses. Next, we go for decoder or decider. Decoder or decider. What is the use of this decoder or decider? Nothing but which is the circuit whose function it is determine whether a pulse is exist or not. Pulse is exist or not. Nothing but once converts from optical to electrical, the pulse is present or not. We have to check. That is about the concept here. Either decoder or other name is decider here. Next stage is descrambler. Descrambler. What is meant descrambler? In the receiving direction, whether the each pulse having exact time period or not for checking by descrambler. That is, it is called self synchronization. This is nothing but self synchronization. Right here, the output of this descrambler goes to parity restorer and goes to framer. Why you are using 2 here? For parity regenerator, nothing but at the time of transmitting side, we have to give a protection for this encoding method is parity bit method. You know the concept of parity bit method, either even parity or odd parity, depending upon the number of bits, whether it is even or not. We have to check. We have to add another bit, then transmits. At the receiving side also, we are using check whether the parity bit is same or not. Whether parity bit is same, no error present. Whenever parity bit is mismatched, then error is present. That's why I have to go for parity restorer and signal detection. What is use of framer? Here the framer which is used to calculate the parity monitor and calculate the bit error rate. Next, after complete or this one, whether the error is present or whether there is no error, then automatically goes for next one is office line driver. Here what is meant by office line driver and signal generator? Here is nothing but which is used to convert from unipolar to standard bipolar signal. Then again give it to LBOs, jocks and hybrids. The final again go for line out. This is the method how to connect from office A to office B. That is, what are the techniques which are used, how to cross connect, how to convert from bipolar to unipolar, again, and how to check the time period for each pulse, and how to convert from electrical to optical signal from the transmitting side. Similarly, from receiving side, we are go for converts from optical to electrical and descrambling and checking the either error is present or not by using parity bit method, and again converts from unipolar to bipolar, and finally goes for signal goes to office B. This is about terminal circuit. How to connect from office A to office B. Next, we are moving to the next one is line regenerators. Nothing but in between office A to office B, we are using a trunk line. What is my trunk line here? Bunching of optical fiber cables. Suppose in between office A to office B having 50 kilometers. At that time, after 10 kilometers, some signal is lost, optical signal. At that time, we have to implement a regenerator for every 10 kilometers. That's it. That is called a line regenerator. Just see this one, the figure, a line regenerator, right? Exactly the line regenerator having, first one is receiving the signal, and whether next decide the signal, again transmits. Here see this one, The first one here, the first block, first we have to receive the optical signal, then converts from optical to electrical first. Optical to electrical first. Here in this optical detector stage, we are using avalanche photodiode. Avalanche photodiode. Here, what is meant by avalanche photodiode? What is the difference between pin diode and avalanche photodiode? In pin diode, directly it converts from optical to electrical, but in avalanche photodiode, which is used to multiplication factor. Multiplication factor. Suppose in pin diode, we are getting output is 10 volts peak to peak. But in avalanche photodiode, it is a multiplication by either multiplication by 5 or multiplication by 100. That is the suppose multiplication of 5. That is 50 volts peak to peak we are getting in the output. That's why using APD. Avalanche photodiode. Once converts from optical to electrical, then we have to go for pre-amplification. Then is there any noise is there? We have to go for lower noise by the low pass filter. Low pass filter. Here in the receiving side, we are using peak detector and AGC amplification. Nothing but what is peak detector? Here the peak detector which is used, how much voltage it is generates. Whether the we are transmitting at the end 10 volts peak to peak, but at this regenerator circuit we are getting only 8 volts peak to peak. Some loss is there. That is, we have to check how much voltage is lost and how much gain you having. That is done by peak detector and AGC amplification. Next, we are going for decider, whether the after amplification, whether the signal is good peak or not, whether the gain is or good or not by using decision circuit. Decision circuit. Here in this decision circuit, based upon the threshold value, whether it is 1 or 0, and again you have to check what is the frequency of a signal and what is the phase of a signal. Then again converts from amplification, again converts from electrical to optical signal. This is about line regenerator. First converts from optical to electrical, amplify, deciding, again converts from electrical to optical signal. This is about line regenerator. Here, see this one in the decision circuit. How decision circuit exactly works? That is called the decider. Right, see this one how it works. Here this figure contains amplitude comparator. Right here we are getting two inputs for this comparator. In any comparator we have compared two signals. One is reference threshold value, another from receiver signal. First reference threshold value and receiver from the receiver circuit. Just compare these two, that is whether the receiving signal is above or not from the threshold value. If it is above 1, we are getting logic out is 1. When the receiving signal is below the threshold value, the logic out is 0. How it can be compared? By the D flip-flop. Next, from the receiving signal only, which is connected to DIF and forwarding circuit, which is used to connect frequency comparator and phase comparator. Frequency comparator and phase comparator. Here, what is meant a frequency comparator? Here, the frequency comparator is nothing but whether check the receiving signal having first we have to take original receiving signal and go for connection takes place, and again a feedback from the output of these comparators. Check up to what? Up to reach the exact frequency level and phase level. The outputs of the frequency comparator and which is used to, is there any missing the data pulses? Is there any error is present? Is there any phase can be changed? That is done by frequency and phase comparator. Next, the output of this comparator we are go for LPF, low pass filter, which is reduce the noise in the receiving signal. Next, voltage control oscillator, VCO. Next, go for again give to amplitude comparator. Finally, we are getting a logic output. This is about decider circuit. Here we are go for compare the three levels: amplitude comparator and frequency comparator and phase comparator. Next, the last one is transmitter section. Transmitter section. Here in this transmitter section, what is use of transmitter, which is used to converts from electrical to optical signal. Here in this transmitting section, we are using injection laser. Injection laser. Here, what is the material which is used in injection laser is gallium oxide. Gallium oxide. Right. Here today we discuss about what is meant by inter-office transmission system, what is meant by trunking system, how exactly architecture of this in the inter-office transmission system and trunking system, what is meant by line repeaters, what is meant by decider circuit, what is the basic block diagram of inter-office transmission system, and how the system experiment can be done, how to calculate the performance of a system we discussed in the today's class. Do you have any query? Type your query in a chat box. Thank you very much for attending today's class. Please type your query in a chat box. Please type your query in a chat box.